Hello, third grade, and welcome to Unit 3, Lesson 2. We're going to be talking about productive resources. Now, our essential question here is, why are resources important? What do you think? Answer that question below, and then we're going to jump into the words to know section, where it says write a number on each line to show how much you know about the meaning of each word. So if you write a 1, that means you have no idea. 2 means you know a little bit about it, and 3 means you know a lot about it. So you're going to put any one of those three numbers next to the words natural resources, human resources, capital resources, and entrepreneur. Imagine you own a business. What would you need to make it a success? You might need a building for your office. You would need electricity and running water. You might need people to help you run the business. You would need supplies such as desks, chairs, and computers. What else might you need to run your business? Where would you get all of these items? Read on to learn about some of the things people use to make goods and provide services. Natural resources. An important part of a community's economy is its natural resources. All economies have three types of resources: natural resources, human resources, and capital resources. Natural resources are materials found in nature that are useful or necessary to life. Natural resources include water, sunlight, minerals, plants, animals, and soil. They also include places such as lakes and forests. Some natural resources are used in their natural form. For example, water can be used for drinking, cooking, and washing. Sunlight provides us light to allow plants to grow. Other natural resources must be changed into another form in order to be used. For example, trees are cut down into large pieces called lumber. The lumber can then be used to build houses or furniture. Look around your neighborhood. What natural resources do you see? So after you've completed your essential question and the words to know section, you're going to answer the question down at the bottom. What are different ways you use natural resources in your daily life? And here we have a picture of a person holding a silver nugget. This is a miner, and if you read under it, the caption says a miner holds a silver nugget. So that's what silver looks like in its raw form when it's first dug up out of the ground. Once you've completed answering your question about how you use natural resources, we're going to go on to our next pages. We're going to read about human resources. Businesses use natural resources to make things people will buy. Businesses also use human resources to get work done. Human resources are the people who work for a business. People who run or own a business are called employers. People who work for a business are called employees. Both employers and employees are human resources. Human resources are needed to make goods, to provide services, and to do other kinds of work. On a farm, the human resources are the people who plant and pick the crops, feed the animals, drive the machines, and sell the crops. In a school, the human resources are the teachers, principals, the office staff. In a grocery store, the human resources are the cashiers and the workers who stock the shelves. We have a picture at the bottom and a caption that says teachers, construction workers, and mail carriers are all human resources. Hard at work. Human resources include people who do physical labor and people who do mental labor. Physical labor is work that uses the strength of the body. Mowing the lawns and paving roads are examples of physical labor. Mental labor is work that uses the mind. Lawyers, doctors, teachers, and writers do mental work. What kind of work do the people in your family do? Our question down here that we need to answer says, what is the difference between physical and mental labor? So please use a complete sentence and neat handwriting to answer that question. Once you're done, we're going to go on to our next pages, and we're going to read about capital resources. Most people use tools and machines to get their work done. The tools and machines that they use are examples of capital resources. Capital resources are goods produced and used to make other goods. Capital resources are also called capital goods. So that's something important for you guys to pay attention to. Underline that sentence that says capital resources are also called capital goods. There are many examples of capital resources all around us. Computers are common capital resources that help people do all kinds of work. Teachers use books as tools to help them teach, so books are capital resources too. Artists use paint and paintbrushes, and cooks use pots, pans, and ovens. All of these tools are capital resources. What kind of capital resources do you use in your day-to-day life? So think about that and then answer your question. How are capital resources used? Make sure you use a complete sentence to answer your question down here on the lines. And then we have a picture and a caption at the bottom that says, computers and hammers are just two types of capital resources people use. On this next page, we have a few pictures. We have farm machinery, steel, a server, factory workers, grains, and wood. How capital resources are used. Capital resources are used to create another good or service. Think about the types of capital resources in your city. There are many cars that people use to travel around town. By itself, a car is not a capital resource. If a car is used as a taxi, however, it is considered a capital resource. A person pays someone to drive them somewhere in the city. The car has been used to create a service. The chart above shows some of the different natural, human, and capital resources in the United States. Are there any resources from your community that you could add to this chart? The question at the bottom of this page asks, how are capital resources used? So please make sure you use a complete sentence when you're answering this question down here, and neat handwriting so I'm able to read your response. Once you've completed that section, we're going to go ahead and talk about technology. Did you know, not long ago, people in offices did not use computers like they do today. Many computers needed a lot of space. In fact, they needed a room all to themselves. Use the Media Center to find out how computers have changed over time. So this is one of the online resources that are part of this curriculum. You can go ahead and check that out if you like, but it's not a requirement. Changes in technology have also affected our lives as buyers and sellers. Producers now rely on robot-powered assembly lines to make cars. A grocery store needs UPC barcodes to appear on their products so it's easier and quicker to check out the buyers. Online shopping has also made shopping more convenient. And here you can see we've got two pictures of how different kinds of work were done in the past. Write a plan for your own business. Explain what good or service you will provide and what resources you will need. So use these couple lines to come up with a very simple idea of what kind of business you would have, what kind of services or goods you're going to provide or sell, and what kind of resources or things you'll need to make that happen. And you're going to answer your essential question at the bottom, why are resources important? Once you've completed that, go back to page 102 and 103 and complete the show as you go part in the beginning of our unit, and then you can go ahead and complete your quiz. That's it for this lesson. Have a great day, third grade. Bye-bye.